Oh, do I have an amazing match for you guys, and it involves my Mega Kangaskhan. Now, I've been meaning to show off Mega Kangaskhan for a long time. I just wanted to find the right match and then be able to explain the reasons why. I think Mega Kangaskhan is easily one of the best Mega Evolutions, not the best, but one of. Um, so in this match here, I'm playing against a dude named Seth. Now, I play Street Fighter 4. I know what Seths are like. They're going to do all their crazy stuff, and they can, do whatever they want. This is no exception, except for the Daigo comeback factor, which, is a spoiler for later. So I start off here with my Trevenant. He then calls back his Gardevoir and goes in for a Charizard. I'm not the kind of person who likes to sacrifice Pokemon, so I'm not going to withdraw my Trevenant and send out Kangaskhan, Noivern, Malamar, Greninja, or my Ninjask. I'd rather that Pokemon then just, essentially just gets killed off so I can bring another Pokemon for free. I'm not the kind of person who likes to sacrifice or have another Pokemon take 3 damage, so I'm like, fine, I'll Leech Seed the Charizard, so at least I've got health coming in at some point. So my Trevenant dies, I send in my Protean Throkey, Greninja actually, which is Tommy Wiseau. So Tommy Wiseau uses a super effective water type move, which is Surf. It does a critical hit, it's super effective, doesn't kill, which is then retaliated by the Mega Charizard Y using a Solar Beam. Now, I had a massive brain fart here. I thought that the Charizard still has to recharge its Solar Beam. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to, do a free Swords Dance, and then I realised it just did Air Slash, so I was kind of screwed there. I need to keep that in mind in future, that Drought means it doesn't even have to recharge. It can do Solar Beam in one move and doesn't even have to recharge, so I just completely was like, oh damn, I just realised. So I then brought out my Noivern. I didn't have that many super effective type moves, so I had to use Psychic, and it was met with Charizard Y using a Hidden Power. I knew that if the Charizard Y has a Hidden Power, it's obviously going to be Dragon type. It was. In comes a Garchomp. I knew that I was faster because Noivern is actually the fastest Dragon type move. I do a super effective Draco Meteor. It lowers my special attack, so I'm essentially now doing some sort of kamikaze run where I know that this Pokemon's going to die soon because it can't do that much damage. Out comes a Gardevoir, and I try and do a Draco Meteor because I was that stupid when I was around clicking, and because a Gardevoir is a fairy type move, it's not even affected by that. At this point now I'm kind of pooping my pants, realising, well, I've probably screwed this up. So I'm going to have to play really smartly here with my Mega Kangaskhan. So, I do my Mega Evolution, I then, with my Bulk and Skull, my Mega Kangaskhan, and I either go for a super effective type Sucker Punch in the hopes that this Gardevoir is doing an attack. I do, it's a fair amount of damage. However, Mega Kangaskhan can, with its Bulk type, can still withstand at least one decent Moonblast. Seth sends out his Aegis Slash, and I go for a super effective type Earthquake. I was going to kill Gardevoir off of Earthquake, but he actually withdrew. Despite the fact that Aegis Slash is in its defense form, it still does a lot of damage. At this point now, I was kind of worried that he may do something special, but I knew that Shadow Sneak wouldn't be able to affect my Kangaskhan because it's a normal type, and Shadow Sneak cannot affect normal types because it's Ghost. So I then go for another Earthquake. I'm kind of surprised that I'm faster than the Lucario. I get a critical hit, Lucario goes down. It's looking pretty good at this point. I've got probably the biggest shit-eating grin on my face. I've somehow managed to make this sort of comeback. He sends out his Gardevoir. I'm still faster because I know that his Gardevoir only has attack, so I can always go first with Sucker Punch. That kills off his Gardevoir. I've now taken out 3 of his Pokemon, and all I have left now is the Greninja. I'm somehow faster than a Greninja, and I do a super effective type Brick Break, and that kills off his Greninja. I was ridiculously just like, holy hell, I cannot believe I made this comeback with just my Mega Kangaskhan. And yes, I did pretty much jump out my seat and poop my pants. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe it'll give you some advice or thought into maybe picking up Mega Kangaskhan. This Mega Kangaskhan is easily staying on my team for a very long time. I really like this Pokemon. I think it can do a lot. It gets around substitutes. It's got double hits, so I really like this Pokemon.